Here tonight we have apple and orange. We all different, but in the end we all fruit.
So we are back on the road again after having a few complaints and visits by the police, and we've never had to deal with police before like that, so we figured that we would take ourselves off and go find somewhere else. So that's what we are off to do. So quick top up with some LPG, so we're good to go with that, and yeah, off we go on the road again. Slightly nervous, slightly excited, because it's the life we chose, so it's something to get excited about. But yeah, I think once I've got the nervousness out of the way of being out of our little bubble that we've been in for 9 weeks, and it's just everything's just seemed to be very straightforward there apart from the complaints, then yeah, hopefully it'll be alright. I'm sure it will. So today, with my trusty assistant, I've decided I'm going to try and make cinnamon rolls in the Ridge Monkey. So that is my challenge for today. I'm cheating a little bit. I'm using a crusty white bread mix, which I've used before for this. But I had half a packet left after making some pizza bases, and I thought I'd go through it. So because it's a sweet mix in this, I'm not just putting water in like it says. So I've got 100 ml of oat milk in there. So because I've been using this for my coffee, I'm chucking some proper posh barista milk in, and then I'm going to top that up with hot water from my Nespresso machine to 160 ml, and then mix that in. And I'm going to put a teaspoon of sugar in as well, just to sweeten up the mix a bit, and hopefully get that yeast to rise that little bit better. So there you go. Pretty sure you didn't need to see me mixing dough in a bowl. So that's I'm going to pop that in the bowl, put some flour over the top, cover it with a towel, and leave it there for half an hour. So I am off to walk this guy, who wants to come for a walk, of course. While I'm waiting for the bread to prove, I thought I'd make up my sugar and cinnamon, which is here. Butter's sat in the sunshine having a little bit of a melt. That's Flora buttery there. Flame flour down. I've got my baking parchment ready to go in my ridgy, and then we'll see how it goes with cooking it on the stove. Right, so dough's ready, all floured out on my glass surface. I'm gonna have to use a bottle as a rolling pin, but off we go. So rolled out and duly buttered with a knife, because that's how I roll stuff. Now cinnamon and sugar, ready? Sugared and cinnamoned. So now we are ready to roll. We've gone for a long thin sausagey thing because we're going to go for mini cinnamon rolls rather than whacking dobbers. So there we go, all nicely cut up in the ridgy. Put parchment paper on the bottom, and I'm going to put a piece of parchment paper over the top, and then close it. Give it about another 10 minutes for them to do another rise, and then they'll be ready to go on the hob for a bit. So this has been sat for another 25 minutes or so, and they've risen again nicely. So now I'm going to pop that on the hob and see how it bakes up, trying not to set fire to the parchment paper. Yay! So we've got the old ridge monkey on the lowest light that will go down. So I've had to use the one on that side because the one in the middle was a little bit furious. And I'm just going to keep turning them. I've not done this before, so we will see how it goes. And these have been here for about 20 minutes. I've been turning them frequently to make sure. Let's see. Oh, get that. They will crisp up nicely once they cool down a little bit. And then I've got a few left in the bowl here. I'm going to put back in and reuse that stuff. And turn more frequently, I think, see how this next one goes. I'm just going to make some frosting. So this is my way of melting the butter on the Ridgie. And I'm just going to put some milk in and some ice and sugar. And we'll see how that goes. Scrummy on the top. Stirring. What they say, you know, it's like, oh, a cup of ice and sugar. So it's like nearly an entire pack of ice and sugar because it just doesn't stop. So that's me done. I'm not putting any more in there, otherwise I will have a sugar migraine. So that is going to go over there. So it's time now to smother, because we need all the frosting everywhere. And there we go. To give them a good 15 minutes and we'll see how they taste. Nom nom nom.
So we kind of forgot one little bit when we talked about the Berkey last time, didn't we? How do you stow it for travel?
How do you stow it for travel? So, take off the lid.
Yeah. Obviously you have to make sure it's empty.
Just make sure it's empty.
So empty all the water out of both containers. That
So there's a little bit of...
yeah, a little bit of moisture in there.
And then very carefully...
Spin it round.
Spin it round.
And that fits into that bit like that.
And then that we just balance.
Yeah, just kind of put it on top of
on top for wherever it's going.
And then we pop it in a little cupboard underneath the
bed.
underneath my bed, don't we?
Yep.
So that's it really. So it's almost like sort of 2/3 of its normal size by the time it's stacked away, but at least then that does fit in there quite snugly. So that's it basically.
And you need to store it upright apparently because of the candles.
Yeah.
And if you need to store it on its side, you need to take the filters out.
Yeah.
So they don't break.
Yeah, so they don't get snapped. Just put it's a double bed sheet, black one. Nothing special. I think it was a tenner or something like that. Put it up there with the bungee cord, just to give it kind of like a bit of a secure blanket kind of coverage. So all it's supposed to do is block out the light of anybody walking past. So once you actually close the door, you really can't see much. I mean, you can just about see the skylight's open, but it's all black in there. So just a bit of extra security. So I've got the security cameras on the top for front and back, and up there the little corner ones, and obviously we've got the Neos inside as well. Put those on as well. So the Neos is there, but as you can see, it's just a bungee cord at the top, nothing special, with some clips and Velcro straps there just to bring it out to the sides as it opens up. And that's it. And all it means is if we go somewhere and leave Coop inside, no one can see him, he's out of the way, his bed's under there anyway. Or if we're going out to the shop, so if we're going out for a walk and we've got Coop with us, we can close that off and no one can see if we've got things around. And it just gives us that extra bit of privacy really. Reason why we chose a double sheet was it was the right length and height, so that's the best reason for that. And it was only a tenner as well, just needed to be black, something that stows away without taking up too much space. Like I say, it's just a bungee cord across the top there, so it just stretches out between the little shelf at the top. Another police visit. Hey ho. What you're gonna do? Apparently this one just wanted to make sure that we weren't there tomorrow, and has logged our information. So Olight sent me one of these torches, only one, even though I wanted to do a giveaway, but apparently they said I can only get one. So I just wanted to do a bit of a comparison against the good old-fashioned £9 Amazon special. Again, it's roughly the same size. So it's the Olight Seeker 2 Pro 230, 2310 or whatever. You got lights on the side that show your current level, battery level as well. It seems alright, you know, well made. 3 LEDs on it, robust, a little bit of a handle and everything. Whereas this one, as we know, it's basic. You've got full, medium, and then flash, and that's it. It's only got 1 LED on there. But on this one, you do have the option to do that, which makes it into a bit of a really bright sort of focus beam. One other things I'll point straight away is if they go flat and you've got loads of USB cables around, but that's no good. Let's just forget about that one. Whereas this one, you just kind of like flick this back here, and then you can plug in your USB cable and charge it. So that's quite convenient. If you forget or, you know, lose their little thing, it's 15 quid for a new just charging unit. So yes, 3 LEDs as opposed to 1 LED. It's going to make the Olight brighter. It is probably about twice as heavy as that one, but let's see what's inside. Let's just see if they've actually got the same cell, the same lithium cell inside. So there we go, that's the Olight battery, and that's the Amazon battery. These are pretty much standard kind of lithium batteries. That looks like it's their own little beefed up version of it. So you can see on the model numbers there that they are different types. It's the same sort of thing that people build lithium battery banks out of. 3.6 volts, 3.7 volts, and they're estimating that's a 5,000 milliamp hour battery, whereas there's no statement on here of milliamp hours that you can expect out of it. So there we go, £140 for the Olight Seeker 2 Pro, and £10 actually is on special offer at the moment. So right now on Amazon, it's actually £10 for 2. So you could get 28 of those for 1 of those. Yeah, you guessed it. Daddy picks up the camera, Cooper has a drinking. So, this is a bit of an irony cooking session, isn't it?
Yes, it's very funny.
So we are having
McDonald's breakfast for lunch.
Yep, and it's the Richmond sausage.
The Richmond meat-free sausages.
So little pâtés like that Mandy makes herself out of a packet of Richmond meat-free sausages.
I do.
With a bit of herbs and spices to
spice
them up.
It was expiry date roulette today, which has led us to have this today.
That's all right. But the irony is, look where we parked. Because Greg's and Burger King are all shut, so you know, it's a make it at home McDonald's day.
Yeah, what you gonna do?
Have you finished drinking now, pal?
No,
yeah?
it's look at day.
Oh,
it's look at day. I'd stroke you, but I'm cooking.
Yeah. I don't mind one.
You don't mind a bit of dog poo in your food, do you?
Oh no, nothing wrong with that at all, is there? Got the little PC fans going to keep us cool. Very nice.
Go, Go lie down.
Did the laundry at Morrison's before as well.
Yeah.
Been alright so far. Nice little trip out. Hopefully we get a bit of bit of countryside and stuff like that.
Yeah, it'd be nice. It's just nice to have a different view. Actually to have a view from the campsite.
Yeah.
Is very
To have all the windows open in the van and the blinds and everything is epic.
Definitely.
It's a bit warm though. It's 26 degrees outside, 27.5 degrees in the van.
Oh, I've got a t-shirt on. I've only got 2 layers on today. What are you on about?
And I know you all complained last time I did this, but I don't have to do it again, but look.
The legs are out.
And my white milk bottle legs are out, whatever you called them. Someone said, oh, typically British, never seen the sunshine apart from 2 weeks of the year.
And they're right.
Which probably is about right, actually, yeah. It's very rare that I'm not in jeans as well, so there we go.
I don't think you wore shorts at all for the whole time we were over in France, Spain and Portugal.
No, because it wasn't warm enough.
It was roasting. I went for a swim and then I sat outside and sunbathed in a dress.
It wasn't warm enough.
It was. Girl.
So yeah, we had to move from the Derbyshire car park, unfortunately.
We did.
We had too many police visits for my liking. We don't normally kind of have any contact with the police, and despite the fact that they were quite friendly.
Yeah, they were doing the job, so there was a little bit of authoritarian nature going on, but they were friendly and they didn't tell us to move, but they said that
we shouldn't be here.
Repeatedly.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. So we just thought we'd get out of there. There were other things going on in the area that I think attributed to the Derbyshire Police Force being ultra sensitive.
Yeah.
So we thought, well, we'll just get away from there. Obviously, laws were slightly changed, lockdown rules or whatever. So we still can't go to Wales to see my parents because of, Wales.
You can't go to Wales at all.
Yeah. So we thought we were going to see Mandy's dad and stepmom. So one at a time.
Yeah, so I literally, it was like one of those things you see on college campuses where there's a teacher sat there and then the students take it in time to come and get a little bit of time with them. So yeah, it was on a picnic bench and chair.
Nice,
it was lovely because we were under a tree and we were out in the open and we were still far further away than we needed to be because it's better to be safe than sorry. But it was just, they've not seen anybody in all this time.
And they could tell because they were chatty.
Yeah, and normally it's me. Surprising. I mean, I did still have a good chatter. I have missed them so much. So it's it was lovely just to get to see the faces. I mean, obviously I've spoke to them, but
yeah, you made some masks as well.
Yes.
So you posted them off, and they were saying, "Oh, let me give you some money for them and stuff like that." We're like, "No, you want to make them."
I'm going to charge my parents for.
So they said the next time we see them, we're going to treat you to a meal. So we're thinking like, well, that'll be like end of the year, no doubt, whatever. But now they brought us fish and chips.
Yeah, they brought us fish and chips from the local chippy, which
yeah.
I was a bit like, I wish you'd have said because I'd have gone to the chippy instead of them going to the chippy.
Know, yeah.
But yeah.
I don't think it's the first time they've been to the chippy.
I don't think it is either. No. I think we can put my parents. I say parents, my dad and my stepmum. In the same stubborn category as John's parents.
Yes, they
think
they
they just want to crack on.
Yes, they think this is absurd. So there must be a conspiracy because why else would this happen? This was wartime rules. It was even better than this, and we're getting all them kind of comments.
Yeah. However, when we were sat with them, they were very thoughtful with the social distancing thing. They were very thoughtful about what they did, and they wouldn't take anything from us. They got the chip shop to bag the chips up for us in a separate bag, so they could just like leave it on the grass and walk away and leave my chippy on the floor. So, but yeah, it was done very nicely, and it was so wonderful to see them even from afar.
The plan was never really to stay there more than one night anyway, which is really annoying that they have to come and shove it down your throat.
Yeah,
it's a bit like Mandy. If Mandy wants to do something, she'll do it. But if I somehow intervene with Mandy's plan and say, "You're going to do such and such, babe," she'll go, "I was going to do that, but not now."
Yeah, there's nothing worse than being told what to do when you were going to already do that anyway. Yeah. So, I'm bloody stubborn like that. So, unfortunately, John gets the brunt of me not doing stuff. But like, you going to do that today, man? And I was like,
maybe.
I was going to.
No real plans for anything else now?
No, we've got a couple of little things to...
I think we're just going to rummage around the south and weather's gorgeous.
Oh, yeah, so it's
got my
nice.
Shorts on.
Yeah.
Got the windows open.
I'll have my jacket on in a minute, no doubt.
We might even find somewhere where we may get the chairs out if we feel comfy.
That's been the one thing. We've got all the windows open in the van now, so we can actually see around us. And if you see me keep looking up there, there's a massive bird of prey, like an eagle or something that just keeps circling. It's huge. So it just keeps catching my eye. Just keeps catching my eye anyway. So hopefully we'll stay out of trouble. And
be nice.
And just not outstay our welcome anywhere, but actually get to see a little bit of stuff. we've got enough bits of food. We've still got, to be honest with you, where we parked up, we were quite fortunate with like a little corner shop that had loads of stuff in.
There's a good corner shop and a Tesco's Express, wasn't there, when we were in
Yeah.
Derbyshire, within like 10-15 minute walk. So.
Yeah, so that was we managed to not go through the bits that we'd brought from the house still. Still got like tinned potatoes and pasta that we had from the house. So thankfully that lasts for ages. So we've actually got enough food that we don't need to be going in and doing lots of stuff like that. And drink and stuff, and it'd just be finding water, I think, would be the next thing. But we're taking that easy as well. We're not.
We have found a public toilet to be open, so we did empty the loo yesterday, and we've got like a little hose attachment, like the old-fashioned shower attachment
the ones that
goes
you
over
push fit
over
onto
the
your tap.
So we use that to fill up a 23-litre can that we can now carry around with us.
Yes, because we have room and
travelling
space.
around in all this space. This is so much better. This is the thing, we've not travelled around so much.
No.
We bought the van, we went to a campsite, we went from the campsite to parents to say hello,
Yeah.
and then we got parked up for 9 weeks.
Yeah.
So we're
that's
getting
been
used to all this. We're finding all the squeaks and rattles in the van and stuff
Yeah,
like
because it's
that.
not been driving much. And then it's funny because I said to John this morning, said it feels weird because we've got nothing to do. So normally when we've got nothing to do, we go home. It's just like, oh well, we've got nothing to do. Let's just go home then and make the most of the weekend or whatever. And it's just like, but that means we can do anything. Well,
Kind of. That noise is some horses going
yeah,
past,
some
by the way.
horses, yeah. Anything COVID-19 safe. We can do. I am so getting my bird spotting app out in a bit because look at the size of it. Look.
Oh wow, yeah.
I think that's a kite. Sorry. But yeah, so this is what we can do. I can sit and look out the window and look at birds in the sunshine.
It is cool.
And play tug with Coopy outside because we're not going to be overlooked by people and stuff. So yeah, I'm looking forward to finding the new normal.
Yes, me too. We're enjoying being on the road again. We are being socially responsible for social distancing and stuff like that. And trying to find parkups just like we always have done, which are well out of the way.
Yep.
And as soon as the pub's open for business, then we'll be repaying them with our patronage.
Oh yes, lots of beer tokens spent
There we
over
go.
there.
Over on the other channel, probably Sunday I think it's going to be now. Just so I have a day off for editing and that. It's been a bit hectic moving around. But yeah, Sunday on the other channel, the Gadget John channel, I'll put out the cello TV review. So be watching that one. And we've also put a new CCTV system around the van. It was about 85 quid or something. So we'll give it another couple of weeks, seeing how that goes. And then we'll give you a bit of a review and report back on that. But it's so simple to use. Even Mandy can use it.
Even I can use it. Yay.
She couldn't use the other one.
No. I couldn't use it. I also broke it.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Right. Take care, everyone.
We'll see you soon. Bye.